Today we talk about array maps. Let's cut some pizza. JavaScript is a language. Don't be scared of JavaScript. JavaScript is very flexible. JavaScript is your friend. It's not magic. Don't be scared of JavaScript. A bit complicated. Quite a bit complicated. Next time we'll start making it a bit prettier. So let's cut some pizza. First of all, let's assume we have an array. And let's start with a very simple case. We have an array of numbers. So map allows to go through each element and returns an array of the same length. Let's start with the easiest case. I just want to create an exact copy of the array. So const new array is equals to the original array, which is mapped to a new array, because that's what map does, in which for every element, I will use EL for element, I will return the same element. So if I do this and I console log array and I console log the new array, I will have the same thing. So this is just basic node. So I can do node index.js. And as you can see, the two arrays are the same. Depending on your level, you might say, but if they are the same array, why did I need it map in the first place? I could have just done new array is equals to array. And apparently it is the same. The problem is, if you haven't seen the lesson on types, I suggest you to do it. This does not copy the array in JavaScript, but it copies the reference of the array. So if I say that array of 0 is equals to new value, and I run this, as you can see, new value is on both arrays because it's a reference which is the same. But if I map them, and I run the same code, now the second array did not change because it was a copy. It is not the only way to do copies in JavaScript, but definitely it's very widely used, and you will see it a lot in React, but you will see it in JavaScript in general. So array map, even if you do nothing, it still has a meaning. But let's start looking at when we want to do something. So one very common case, I will delete this part. I guess you got it by now. One very common case is I want to make some data transformation. For example, I want to double every number in the array. Very simple case. So I just have to say that for every element, I want to return the double of that element. And if I run this, every number in the array has been doubled. This is a function. If you don't know what this function means or why this is a function, I suggest you look the chapter on how to write function, but this is a function. So what I can do is maybe I only want to double even numbers. So I can do any condition I want. So I can say if the element is even, then I want to return EL times 2. But if the element is not even, so in any other case, I just want to return EL, which is very important. I do write return. So in this case, the even number has been double and the odd number did not. If I would forget the return, and that happens because sometimes you move from the implicit return to the explicit return, then you will get undefined. Because the map will launch the function, it will see that there is no return, and it will just assign undefined. So if you see undefined in your map, it means you forget the return. That's very, very common. So I can do whatever I want in that function. I can return whatever value I want. So let's see cases in which is a bit more complicated. And what you do often is you map through array of objects. So you want to do a list of operations. Let's say that we want to return the double, but we also want the original value because we are using double, but maybe we have a way more complicated operation in there. How would you do that? So instead of just returning a number, we return an object. So we can say that we want to return an object where we say original value is EL and new value is EL times 2. Now I'm mapping an array of numbers to an object, which is a very common case. Why would you do that? For example, because for a dropdown, you need a key value pair, and sometimes you don't have a key value pair as original, or because you need to add a key, or there are a million reasons why you want to map data. Or the API you were using changed and the keys are not the same anymore and you want to remap one key to the other so you don't have to change your entire code base. Mapping is probably the most common array method. Now, since it's a function, you can do whatever you want. For example, I can console log the element for every loop. And as you can see, the console log will go out for every loop. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I get the original value. That can lead you to the idea that I can use map for a for. This is an anti-pattern. You only use map when you care about the return value. If you don't care about the return value, instead of using map, you would use a for each, which works with the same way, it's just the result is ignored. And this is important because coding is a language. It needs to be clear. In the moment I read map, it needs to be very clear what I'm doing. I'm transforming data from one to the other, and I expect an array to be the same length. So it is essential that when you use map, you use it because you want to map some data into another data. Now, map has additional parameters that you can use. So the first one is the element, the second one is the index, and the third one is the original array. Why would I need them? Well, for example, sometimes I want a unique key for something, and if I have nothing, I can use the index. So I can say the key is the index. And then I will just get a key. Sometimes I want to have the position in the array for when I have the object. Let's assume that I want to point specifically because that happens a lot in React. I'm doing a mapping in the UI to show the data, but I also want a way to refer to the original array, and I can save the index. Not the best way, IDs are always better, but I can do that. Why I have the original array is a bit more complicated. You might think I can do something weird with the original array, and that's a bad idea. I expect the function of map not to have any side effect. Because what happens if I delete a value from map? What happens if I change the original array? So I don't want to change the original array. And you might say, well, maybe I want to access the original array, but I can just refer to R. So for example, if I want to say, if the next number is something, then do this. So if array of index plus 1, it's something, then I want to do something else. And this would work because array and R, which is the original array, are the same thing. So why do I have the array? For example, because what happens if I filter here in some form? Now, this is the array that comes out from filter, but it's not this array anymore. But I have to say, in 20 years, I never had a reason to use the third parameter. There is also a fourth parameter, which is the this, which I have no idea why would you need that. The only thing that is super important to remember is map is to transform an array by changing the data through a function. That's mapping. That's it. So let's close it now and let's code some pizza.